thought I'd show you how to do the cover next. I'm going to base it on, you know, similar to what I've done there. Not the same image. I'm going to use one of my journaling cards from the Dragonfly kit, because that is one of my favourite kits. And I'm going to, you know, do the same as what I've done there. I've got this sort of green spotty paper instead of the one I used there. Like that, a little bit. I thought I'd put a little bit of material, a bit of sari silk in that one. There. And got some of this as well. And what I've done for down here, so I don't think I've got any of that sort of branchy stuff left. And I use like that furry stuff there. What I've done, I've sort of looked at the colours in here. Okay, and this is a bit of knitting yarn, and so is this. And I've sort of just put it together like that with a skeleton leaf, because skeleton leaves always reminds me of the dragonfly's wings. So that's going to be sort of, you know, in that area there on this one. So all I've got to do here is cut your card accordingly. You know, I have trimmed it down a little bit because this journal's slightly smaller than that one. Cut me hessian or jute. All right, then that bag is going to go on there, similar to that if you look the way it's done. And that sort of, I don't know, you know, inked up, and then I'll put that skew whiff on there. But I will glue it down first. So while I ink the other thing up, if I glue this down. Don't need a lot because we're going to sew. But if you were not sewing, then use more glue, please. Let's put that on there. And then I'll stitch that down. And then I can then fray. All right. Okay. That's that done, so I'm going to stitch around that, okay, and stitch the bag onto the hessian. Okay, stitch around those two things. So what I'm going to do now, while we finish off that, I shall slip this on. Okay. Husband's concrete again. Still building. Oh dear. Hold it away from me so I can just see and make sure the placement's right. It's all covered up. Okay, now you notice I didn't ink the bag. I've done that on purpose just to keep a bit of light in it. Alright, I quite like the way that's looking there, you know, these bits coming down and a bit raggedy. Okay, what I'm going to do is just give it a good flatten. I do this, so I made a hole in this one, put grommet in. That's that way, isn't it? Oh gosh, get the right way round in a minute. Yeah. So I hope you're all ready for the seagulls to get noisy, because it will. They'll be terrible soon. Oh, and then when they have their young, it's even worse. Okay. come out. Put a little charm and a garment pin there. Okay, that sits in there nicely. All right, let's have a look. I did take a picture of how I thought it should be, so let's bring that up. So I get it right, and at the times I've then taken it apart, and I thought, how did I have that? And so I just take a little picture of it now. Okay, and that's next. So that's fairly centralised, that one. Okay. And then which one's first? That's okay. So I'll do this one first. So because that's wonky, I am now going straight. Okay, and I quite like the fact that there's a little bit sticking out there and it goes all the way down here. All right, like that. Alright, this is where you need to just turn it around and manoeuvre it a bit. I'm just going to pull it a little bit out. But it's there, if you know what I mean. It's just a hint. And that's that. And then we can stick down properly. Alright, so we start off with there. Work from the back to the beginning. Stick that down, maybe a little bit more under that, and that. Okay. And yep. I want that to go up a bit, so I'm going to take that off and I'm going to glue that bit first. I want it to go up here a little bit. That, yeah. These are good with hot glue. Yeah, it's got a stray bit here, so I'm just going to add a bit of glue. Okay, and then manoeuvre that so it's stuck in there. I mean, you might find that you need to add a bit more glue in places like a little bit under here, but I'm just going to let that settle first. Okay, I'm going to give that a squish down. So I wanted to know what was going to go on here before I made the journal, because I like that to most probably correspond with what I'm doing here. And I've noticed here, oh, that's funny, that just happened, flowers that bloom in the spring. So you know what that means, don't you? It's going to have to be something with flowers in the spring. I know dragonflies aren't around, well, yeah. But we can pretend that bit because I've already done the cover. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So some flowers, some yellow flowers. Oh, I know what I have got. No. Is these. So I think I'm going to use these and make it look like spring, because I know most probably these flowers aren't in spring, but it looks like spring to me. So I'm okay with that, because I don't know what flowers. I know daffodils and the basic ones I know, and bluebells and all those sort of things, but I don't know any of the others. But I do feel these make me feel like spring. So I think, and they blend lovely with all that. It's going to be that, I think. And if I dot some around, I can then sort of work with that. Yeah, see, I love that. That's good. That's okay. I think that's where we're going, but gesso first. Because I really do want to have a little play. So I'm going to get gesso like I normally do on a piece of paper, tissue paper or plastic or something like that, and dot it around. It's not going to be loads of it. It's just dot it around here and there. And I'm also going to most probably put a bit on the cover too. All right. Another good thing about these silicone brushes is they don't smell. I don't know whether you've left brushes in a pot of water with gesso in. Oh, it does stink. So it's great. That would just wash off or peel off. So it's absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to bother now, but it will. So I'm going to paste this on here. I'm going to do the inside first, not the cover, because I'm just in case. I bet you hold your breath when you do that. When I do this, so I hold my breath too. I don't want any on there though. Can help it. Okay, it's a little tiny bit too much there. All right, see, I blobbed on. So if I'd done the front cover, that'd have been awful. And I actually want that word, blooming spring. Blooming. Blooming spring. Oh dear, how you amuse yourself when you're on your own. So if you can see what I'm doing, okay, and just sort of picking up a bit of that and just blending it out a bit. Okay, so it did get a bit blobby, a little bit too much on there, but that's all right. And a little bit down here as well, if you noticed. I'm gonna cheat. There. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just get that out of the way. Okay, next page. So I can do all this and then dry it. Okay, like that, and give that a dry. Okay, that's all dry, and I'm going to carry on now through the book and do the rest. All right, so it all sort of blends in, and I love it. I love it already, and it's just a good base for when because I'm going to add some do, you know, a bit similar to sort of this going on, some clusters and things, and I think it would be fine. And if you know, like, okay, there may be a bit whiter there, then you can go in and sort of darken it a little bit again, you know, and do things like that. It doesn't have to stay like that. You know, it's just sort of not worrying about it really. I want this to be my playbook. As you know, I love doing it anyway. Really love doing it. So, do you see you can tone that down again? Because we've used sort of tea in the background, or coffee. This one was coffee, I think, just spray coffee, because I'd done it after. So I didn't have any ready. So, do you see? That just blends that out. Leaving bits. There's not much on here, mind. So it's just... I bet you think, why did you do that? And then add ink. Well, it just gives different texture on the page. You know, that's what I want. So, yeah, love it. Love it. And it just feels right. It feels lovely. I like it. I've got to put a bit on there though, but that's scary. But I will. Right, I expect there's some still on there. So, let's have a look. A bit of a blob there. And gesso tones down anyway, so thank God. Definitely got a blob there. I think we need a bit down here. Okay, it's all done and dry. The only one I didn't dry with the heat gun was this, you know, vellum or anything like that. Just don't, because it warps and does very strange things and burns. So I let that dry naturally. And I didn't put a lot on that anyway, so it didn't take long. Right, so what I'm going to do now is the cover. All right, so I need to put a bit on here first. So we'll do that one first. Really spread it out well. And the creases in it I like, that helps. So really make sure there's no blobs. There you go. And then I think I'll take it off with the last stick. It's black anyway, so it's okay. And then some on here, and I'm going to have a little go with what's left for the front, which is not a lot really. Okay. It's nearly dry. Okay. Don't want any on the image, which we're lucky that this is. Oh, if you do print them out on inkjet and you want to do something like this, I would seal it, either Mod Podge or like an acrylic sealer. Okay, just in case, and then you can just wipe it off. You don't, because I don't want it actually on the image. I need a little bit more, but not a lot. So that's what I'm doing. Just put a tiny bit on my brush, and I'm just doing that. Okay. just so it picks up now and again. About there, I think. Tiny bit more. Little by little. Yeah, keep that because I'll stamp on that and we'll use that in something else. Okay, look. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. It's a little bit more there perhaps. But that's all right. Seeing that the way that's absolutely gone near enough on the back, so might have to reapply that on there. But I'm quite happy with that. So it's definitely going to be a playbook for me. Yep. And yeah, so you know that's the basis of the journal. Anyway, so if we want to tie it around, it goes like so. Journal, well, you know what I mean, a folio, and then go around like that. Okay, and it looks quite arty now, quite like that. And I look arty. Yeah, so I braved it. Yeah, I'm going to put some more gesso on there. Definitely. It's just gone. How amazing. Yeah, it has. And also, I am going to play with inks inside too, but not overly because it is thin paper. I'm just going to have a little spritz here and there, just to have a little play. So, anyway, I'll speak to you soon, and thank you so much for following me, and you know, all your lovely comments, so appreciated, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.